Thank you for coming. I wanted to take this moment. We've had a number of inquiries about the power outage that happened this afternoon. Just to bring everybody up to speed, at approximately 12 o'clock this afternoon, an electrical substation that National Grid operates went down. It was located on Temple Street. Shortly thereafter, National Grid contacted me to tell me that University Hill and the downtown neighborhoods have been impacted, and that they were working to make sure that the hospitals in particular had backup generators and would not be adversely impacted by this. We have been in constant communication with National Grid through this. This afternoon, the county executive mobilized the command center to put people down there to plan for worst-case scenarios. Currently, we have determined that, in consultation with National Grid, that if there is no power on by 7:30, we're going to make the determination about evacuating people who are vulnerable or who do not have power or heat in the facilities that they live in. So we will be making that decision at 7:30. When we make that decision, we'll be calling all of you in the media. We will be doing if we make the decision, if there's no power by 7:30, let me state that clearly. If by 7:30 there is no power to the impacted areas, such that there is no heat, then we will be coordinating with the Red Cross and the emergency management facility to come up with a plan to evacuate people from the impacted facilities. We will tell the media about that plan. We will also do a reverse 911 for people and their phone systems. We will go through the impacted areas with a PA system, and we will have firefighters who will be knocking on doors to give people instructions. Again, that is if there is no power, no heat in these impacted facilities by 7:30 tonight. So we are going to wait the approximate 2.5 hours before we make this decision.
Have they given you any kind of, I know it's hard to give estimates on this, but any kind of guesstimate as to when they think they might be able to restore power or partial power?
What I can tell you, Jeff, is that this was significant. It obviously impacted a great portion of the city and a great portion of some of our residential facilities. They have been working very hard. Power went out at about noon, and they realized that there are a lot of impacted people. They're working with their engineers and doing all that they can. And so I think that we have to trust the engineers to fix it, and we want to they're the experts, and we want them to do it. They have been fantastic in terms of their communications with us and staying in touch and giving us maps and talking about facilities that have been impacted and facilities that haven't been impacted.
Would you have a guess as to how many people, should it stay the area that it's contained to right now? Roughly how many people you might be looking at?
We don't know. There are a number of, so for example, Armory Square is impacted, and there are obviously apartments downtown that are impacted. There are lots of people that we believe can make determinations on their own, can go stay with family or with friends and get in their cars. We are particularly concerned about our housing vulnerable. People who have mobility challenges, are living in high rises, maybe have oxygen and don't have the wherewithal. So that's who we have been primarily concerned with, coming up with an alternative should the power not be restored to these buildings.
And we're kind of just into rush hour here, so a lot of the folks who were down here when the power started to go out, some of the office buildings have headed home. Any idea in terms of contingency if the power isn't restored by the time a lot of those commuters make their way back downtown?
Well, I was remiss in not mentioning that we've had, obviously, our police department has worked to make sure that we've been at each of the traffic lights that have been down through electricity. We were joined by state troopers, 10 state troopers and 5 sheriffs, who made sure that we evacuated the city and that it happened safely and smoothly, and that's going on. And if the power is not restored by drive time tomorrow, we anticipate that we'll have the same arrangement. Anybody else have any other questions? All right. Thank you all very much.